What's going on everyone, my name's Ash and welcome back to Legend of Hero Trails of Cold Steel 2. So we're finally at the finale, so yeah, we're on the last stretch now of the game, but we still got a bit left to do. We're finally back in Trista after taking it back during last session, and now we're gonna go do something. I did a little bit of wandering around after last session, just to pick up like extra stuff like recipes. I finished the recipe book, that's all filled up. Haven't done any cooking though, so oh well. But yeah, we are finally here at the end. We're nearing the end. We're at the finale. Reckon there's about 4 or 5 hours left, maybe something like that. So yeah, we're finally here. And before we do anything else story related, there shouldn't be. Actually, I think I've done everything I need to. Seems like it. That should be bad. Okay, so we actually have to return to the dorm and do our final bonding event. So yeah, our final bonding event will be with Alisa. So that's because obviously canon pairing, might as well. So yeah, we'll do that. Promise to meet. Should I head inside and wait already? Choosing the course, the main story to advance. Enter the dormitory. It's good to be back. Sorry for the wait, Rean. Hey Alisa, I only just got here actually. Ordering catching up with the rest of the lacrosse club. Great to be back with them. I think we've done enough celebrating for the time being. Ferris ended up giving me a few friendly words of advice too. It's kind of hard to say no to a girl who keeps insisting a lady ought not to keep a gentleman waiting, you know? Sounds like her alright. Never mind her. It really does feel strange to be back here in our old dormitory, in a good way, of course. As soon as I stepped through the doors, all the memories of the times we've spent together here came flooding back. Same here, it's been a long time coming, but we finally made it. While we're here, do you want to walk around inside for a bit? I'm curious how things are upstairs too. Seems like everything's the same. Not much has changed. It's funny how time works, isn't it? It's only been a couple months since we were last here, yet I feel like it's been years. Guess that just goes to show how much of a mark the time we spent here has left on us though. Every room, every corridor has a memory attached to it. Just one look and I suddenly remember it all like it was yesterday. You know, I guess that's true. I just wish Crow was here with us to share this feeling. It doesn't feel quite right without him. I wish he was here too. He is as much Class 7 as the rest of us. Give it time though, next thing you'll know he'll be right here reminiscing with us. Really never change. It's clear from the moment we met you. You were someone who really cared for others, and you're as kind as now as you were then. You were our leader, always tirelessly looking out for every member of the group and putting our needs before your own. We're so grateful for all you've done, and that goes double for me.
Hey, Rean? Do you still remember our first day at the academy?
Our first day? The unfortunate accident. How could I possibly forget? First we bumped into each other outside the station because I was so taken by the liner's flowers, and then that happened. I'd love to tell you I've done what you asked and forgotten, but that's just plain not possible.
I should have known. Then again, who am I to talk? It's such an embarrassing memory, I doubt I'll ever be able to forget it. And the part outside the station was the most picture-perfect way to meet you, too. Then we both had to go and ruin it.
Really am sorry about what happened though, just so we're clear on that.
In a strange way, though, it kind of worked out for the best. Afterward, I just kept thinking about what happened over and over again. And before I knew it, I couldn't get you out of my head. We barely met, and you were willing to risk getting seriously injured just to protect me from harm. That left a real impression on me. I kept wondering, why? Why would you do that? What kind of person must you be? Next thing I knew, I found myself watching you from afar. I was so curious about every little thing you did. And the more I learned about you, the more I wanted to know. I wanted to find out how you saw the world around you and how you were able to live so true to yourself.
You know, you're always on my mind too. You've always been hard-working with all the pride of a noble and strong competitive streak. I think what stood out to me the most was how considerate you are of others, and how you always put them before yourself. All that time you say you were thinking about me, I was probably thinking about you too. To be honest, you've been in my mind ever since our picture-perfect meeting, as you put it.
Really?
During the past few weeks and months, I've got to know more and more about what makes you the person you are. The two of us had so many long talks about finding our own paths through life, or about deciding how we want to live. Somewhere along the line, I found myself hoping that between whatever you decided and whatever I decided, the paths we chose for ourselves would eventually meet and become one, so we could walk side by side. Isn't that picturesque?
Does that mean...
Oh, we finally got it. The ship finally set sails, the cannon ship. No matter what happens or what you decide to do with your life, even if our paths one day end up parting and we go our separate ways, my feelings for you will never change.
Rean... If it weren't for you, I'm not sure I would have ever found the courage to find a path for myself at all. I was only able to because of how much your determination inspired me. How it made me want to struggle on, just like you do. And I love you too, Rean.
So glad. They actually went for it. The ship set sails. Feeling kind of embarrassed. A lot more memories of this place already, but I think this one might leave the strongest impression of all.
So am I. I can't see my face, but I think it's safe to say it's redder than it was at the old schoolhouse. But I'll never forget this moment. No matter what happens, I won't forget. No matter what hardships I might end up facing, I'll just have to think of you, and I'll be strong enough to overcome them.
The same goes for me too. Got no idea if I really deserve someone as good as you. There's still so much I don't know about myself. But I do know that I want you by my side, now and in the future. Whatever may happen, I hope we'll be able to find a path we can share with one another.
I hope so too.
The ship set sails, the one true pairing. All those other cliches. Your bond with Alisa strengthened. That one extra. Level 7, 8,999. Overdrive 2. Inseparable. Nice new trophy. The final operation. At least on love. It's the final day of the year, and we still got some stuff to do. This is amazing. But you really were able to forge Valimar a new Tachi from Zemurian ore. Of course I was. It's a massive weapon totaling over 7 Aragon length. Its uncommon shape made refining and processing the ore exceedingly difficult to say the least, but it was done. That would have been do it if not for the help of that stubborn old student of mine over there. The least qualified person on this entire continent to call anyone else stubborn. I'm sure it was a shock to learn that you were also a student of the professors, Makarov. Heard you were once a student of the Roa Institute of Tech, but never connected the dots. That's how I preferred it too, when that was a long, long time ago. Never fathomed why. The offer still stands, however, no talent when I see it. Could possibly that I have half the talent to keep up with you. Give it to him straight, George, or it won't get through the damn near impenetrable skull of his. He had to spend years working with an arrogant, self-centered prick like him. A beautiful blade it is, the radiance of it is simply dazzling. Ain't nothing out there like Zemurian ore. Probably not as sharp as something a real swordsmith would make, though none of us are smiths by profession. But Valimar should find it easy to use that, and any weapon he could have taken from a soldat, and that's what counts. They're resonating with one another? They sure are. It truly is astounding. Not sure what's happening, but it's amazing, right? Finally have a chance. Feedback process with new armament complete. This is easier to wield than previous armaments. Glad to hear it. Think this will do the trick. I had high expectations, but this shattered them. Think I finally stand a chance against him now. Save your thanks, only did what was to satisfy my curiosity. Whatever you do now that I'm done is of no concern. It totally means that. Same deal with the railway guns, the soldiers, the orbital jamming device. You lose interest completely and is off to find something else to do. Something wrong with that? That said, I think the preparations are finally complete. About time I go and get everyone. The completed moment has finally arrived. The current time is 6:30 hours. Everyone should gather here again at 7:30. Make sure you're wearing that what I gave you earlier too. Wearing what? We've got new clothes.